Hi, this is Dave the Animal Guy. Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking a little bit about bird feeders. I've got some strong opinions. If you have different opinions, you're welcome to leave a comment below. First of all, we're going to talk about bird seed and feeding the wild birds. Why do they say don't feed the bears, but yet they'll sell you billions of dollars a year on wild bird feed? Okay, I don't agree with that. I think that birds should go bush to bush, tree to tree, getting a variance in their diet, not having a mono diet, okay? That's number one. Number two, if you do fill up your bird feeder all the time, you're going to end up with some hawk problems, and the hawks are going to end up killing your songbirds. So as much as you love birds, think about it. You're setting them up. You're setting them up for disaster, because if they keep coming to the same place, then a little falcon or a small Cooper hawk is going to be sitting in the tree above there, and anytime your songbirds or your little doves come to eat out of the feeder, pow, a falcon will get them. So that's one reason. Number two, they become rat feeders at night. Any bird feeder during the day is a rat feeder at night. Just keep that in mind. Now, I want to talk a little bit about hummingbird feeders. Hummingbird feeders are just sugar water, and the hummingbirds start getting addicted to that sugar water, and they won't go to the natural flowers like they're supposed to. They're supposed to bounce around and get a variance in their diet. They're not supposed to have a mono diet, and they're not supposed to just be drinking sugar water. Okay, so if you really do love hummingbirds, please consider this. And I do have some alternative methods. As a matter of fact, we took a trip to the nursery today, okay, and we got some plants that are native plants and that also attract hummingbirds, okay? So imagine this. Instead of having a hummingbird feeder hanging out your window, how about have this little beauty hanging out your window, okay? Now this is going to attract the hummingbirds, and you can hang that in the exact same spot that you have your hummingbird feeder. But oh my God, call me collect if you don't think that's prettier than a hummingbird feeder. Okay, now number two, we also got some other alternatives, because I wouldn't just talk bad about bird feeders without giving you an alternative. Hi, squirrel. Okay, now here's one alternative. This is a member of the salvia family. When this flower gets a little tiny bit more mature, the hummingbirds are going to be coming to that and loving it. So I suggest, if you love birds and butterflies, plant yourself a butterfly garden and a hummingbird garden. And here's another variety that we picked up at the nursery today. That's another one that will attract the hummingbirds. Now look at how beautiful Mother Nature is. See, this is how beautiful her plan is. Okay, she's got a little flowers open. The little open flowers the hummingbird can feed off. This is the next day's feed. That's a few days away. That's next week's feed, and that's 2 weeks from now. So she slowly opens them up. She doesn't open them all at the same time. That's so the little hummingbird can come in, dee, 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 and the bees and stuff too. And another problem with hummingbird feeders, they're not good for the bees, because the bees will come, drink the sugar water. That's not the greatest for the bees. Also, the bees are supposed to be going more into the flowers and getting natural nectar instead of eating this what I consider junk food for the birds. And here's another little beauty we picked up today at the nursery. So these are 4 different examples right here of how you can still attract hummingbirds without getting them hooked on the sugar water. Okay, and again, look how Mama Nature worked this out. This was last week's meal. This is today, or this is maybe yesterday. This is today, okay, and this is next week. Okay, that's how beautiful Mother Nature thinks things out. She didn't want us to make hummingbird feeders. They didn't adapt all these years to come drink some Kool-Aid. No. This is what you should be doing right here. And if you disagree, leave a comment below. But this is Dave the Animal Guy. And please maybe think this over. Maybe take my advice and go to your local nursery, and they will give you a little tour. You just got to tell them, hey, I would like to see which plants attract hummingbirds in my area, or which ones attract butterflies, which ones attract bees. That's so much better than giving them sugar water and setting them up for disaster. So please consider my opinion. Thanks for watching. Dave the Animal Guy, and we'll see you on the next one.